All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Thursday, September the 16th, 2021. Hope you're all doing well. Chris Phillips here, the Daily Crow, the Spurs Up Show. Appreciate you all tuning in. We have got a packed show here on a Thursday. A lot to get into. A very busy Thursday, by the way, for yours truly. So again, folks, hope you're all doing well. Appreciate you all tuning in, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. As always, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, appreciate you all tuning in, guys. Also, if you're in the Big Cock Club Discord, head over to TDC Questions, the TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered. I see Rob Youngson, Tanner Land, Brennan M., D's Nuts, Nick Saban, Travi, Tyler Gay, Lindsey Hagler, Sean O'Brien, Cody Gaskins, Noah Johns. What's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in, guys. Like I said, thank you so much for the continued love and support. Rocking and roll with the content, rocking and roll with everything we do. Got a lot to get into. Like I said, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. Podcast is out from this morning. Official UGA breakdown and preview. Would love to hear your thoughts on the football game on Saturday as we creep closer and closer to kickoff between the hedges. Guys, like I said, a lot to get into. Before we do get into everything, though, I want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys. They're both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. They both worked at larger law firms where they've represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not just a line item, you're not just a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. They're a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. Guys, they're going to know who you are and treat you like a client and not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. You've been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it is, the last thing you should be dealing with is paperwork, dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you, guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, let them take care of everything for you guys. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today. In Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com. for more information. Again, guys, it's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, what's going on? 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. Guys, also, really quickly, before we really dive into everything and get going, very excited to announce masks and neck gaiters now available on the store, tsus.store. We actually just posted a link to social media. We have a masks collection, if you will, which houses all of our masks, neck gaiters, everything you need. Guys, listen, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into the decision made by the city of Columbia, the school, whatever. But if you got to wear a mask to the game, you might as well look stylish and look good doing it and wear something that's garnet and black instead of wearing some boring hospital mask that you can get at the gas station, right? So again, Beamer Ball masks, TSUS masks, neck gaiters, everything you need, everything you're going to need at Willie B. Again, I don't make the rules, but hey, somebody's got to sell some merch and somebody's got to make some cool looking masks. So I figure why not be me, right? So either way, those are available now, tsus.store. Again, if you do want to partake in that, like I said, they are available on the store now. Drayton Huffman says Beck is the starter Saturday. Okay, so I dropped my key matchups and I listed Carson Beck as the starting quarterback because I don't know who's starting for Georgia. Just the latest of what we're hearing right now with JT Daniels and Stetson Bennett, and they were both injured, whatever. I'm just going off of the latest information. So I don't know. The key matchup still stands either way, whether it's JT Daniels, whether it's Stetson Bennett. I have JJ Enagbari against whoever's playing quarterback for Georgia. In a game like this, your best players have to play their best games, and certainly JJ's one of your best players. So I listed Carson Beck. Again, guys, it's just like last week when I listed Luke Doty as the starting quarterback because I assumed he would be starting, but it applies no matter who's under center. Again, it's one of those deals where nobody really knows. So, either way, I listed Carson Beck. Again, he's the one that's actually healthy right now, but could it be someone else? Certainly. But either way, again, like I said, JJ and Igbare getting to whoever's under center, that's going to be a key matchup in this game. There's absolutely no question in my mind. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. In case you missed it yesterday, yes, new microphone. Who dis? Let me know, guys, if how the sound is on your end. I did get a lot of positive feedback, actually, on the podcast that dropped this morning from you guys, so I really do appreciate that. Again, I value you guys' feedback. Obviously, it's extremely important to me. So, yeah, would love to hear you guys, what you have to say. But, again, got some great feedback on the podcast that dropped this morning, of course, using this bad boy right here. Dude, I've actually got a shadow box. I'm actually going to frame the old microphone. That's definitely something that's going to be happening. But either way, guys, taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. Phil in the TDC Questions channel says, daily weather for Fort New Hampshire, 66 degrees and cloudy in New Hampshire. Yeah, it's a sort of a overcast, rainy, rained all night, rained all morning, really. So just kind of a weird, ominous overcast day. But we're having a day. Great day to have a day. Appreciate you all tuning in. Tyler Gay says, do you think Brooks catches a touchdown pass on Saturday? And have you heard why EJ isn't playing? Go Cox. To hell with Georgia. To hell with Georgia, indeed, Tyler. I think the reason EJ isn't seeing a lot of action, again, guys, he's adjusting, he's adjusting from the SEC level to this level, guys. I mean, again, just because you're 6'7" doesn't make you a great wide receiver. You know what I mean? And I know, somebody asked the other day, what happened to EJ Jenkins, all the hype around him. Well, guys, it was fans that hyped him up. And I understand he had a good spring game, but who really gives a damn? Like, it's an adjustment. St. Francis ain't the SEC, guys. Like, the level of play matters. Believe it or not, the level of play, it matters. It matters. It really does. It matters. So, I'm not totally surprised. I think EJ is going to be a situational guy. I think he'll have his moments. I think he'll have his moments of brilliance. Don't get me wrong, but I don't expect him. I never expected him to be an every down type of player. I just never expected that from EJ Jenkins. Does Jalen Brooks catch a touchdown pass Saturday? No. Nope. I don't see it. Let's see. Lindsey Hagler about to be live from the car. Columbia bound. There you go. Very nice. Noah Johns, what's going on? Travie, I remember that heartbreaking loss in 04 up 16-0. Coach Simpson had a pick six, I believe, or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Yeah, so it was a pick six that you're thinking of. It was a pick six. And, yeah, we had John Strickland on the show. Obviously, had him out at 10 Roof last night and redistributed that on the podcast this morning in case you missed that conversation. But, yeah, dude, I'm not even joking. That 2004 Georgia game, that was the first time I cried after watching a South Carolina game. I literally was just like, why does God hate my team? That's really how I felt in the moment. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well, 843-790-3377. Sean O'Brien, any new smoke with whether Zebulaya or Lucas will be starting? I mean, again, guys, all the smoke is around Zeb Nolan getting the nod. I've had, people DM me saying that Luke Doty isn't going to play, and I don't know, man. Again, beware an insider. Beware the insiders. You know what I mean? Beware the insiders. But, I don't know. All the smoke right now points to Zeb Nolan getting the start. And very similar conversation this week to what we heard last week. I mean, very, very similar conversation in regards to who's going to be starting under center Saturday. So, I don't know, guys. I'm not going to try to guess. Trust in Shane Beamer. He's going to put this football team in the best possible position to win in his mind. But, again, right now it's sounding like Zeb Nolan might get another start. So, Matt Navala, to hell with Georgia, my friend. To hell with Georgia. Win by 30, lose by 30, to hell with Georgia. That will never change. My guy Phil Harris, what's going on? JT Money, if Luke is a no-go, we got to move Dak to quarterback. I'll just say this, guys. It's so funny with our fans. Guys, I love you. Love your passion. At some point, you got to give up the Dak Joyner to quarterback dream. Like, at some point, we just have to accept the fact that Dak Joyner is obviously not a quarterback at this level. Guys, he's been in college for like 5 years, and he hasn't played he's played a half of meaningful football at quarterback, and that was out of necessity. The guy's not – he's a wide receiver. The guy's a wide receiver. That's just the reality right now, and it's okay. It's okay, but that's the reality right now, guys. Hey, we just had our first order. Like I said, guys, masks and neck gaiters are available on the online store. Like I said, you don't have to like it that you have to wear a mask to the game, but you know what? If you're going to have to wear one, you might as well wear one that's got some TSUS logos, Beamer Ball logo, all aboard the Shane Strain logo. Yeah, you might as well wear something that looks cool. You know what I mean? So, and especially if you're in Columbia, hell, you got to wear a mask everywhere you go now. So if you're going to rock it around town, you might as well rock something that looks good. So I did you a favor. Masks, neck gaiters, available in the online store. tsus.store is where you can find that. Joseph says, hear me out, Chris. I don't expect us to win, but I think this huge spread is more an indictment on us than Georgia. Yes, Georgia's good. If we're a little better than people think, it could be close. Let me just say this, Joseph. I think it's an indictment on a couple of things. Number one, yes, I think Vegas looks and says, hey, South Carolina, realistically, hey, they struggled to get a win over East Carolina. It took a game-winning field goal to beat East Carolina. But let me just say this. I'm not understanding the people. And I got buddies, too, that people that think Georgia's not good, and especially people who think Georgia's not good because of their week 1 game against Clemson. Again, guys, I know we love to shit on Clemson. I know we want to believe Clemson has fallen off, but Clemson at minimum right now is one of the top 10 best teams in college football. Like it's not like Georgia won 10-3 against some scrub team, guys. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, so I just don't understand where people are like trying to convince themselves of this crazy narrative that like Georgia's not that good, you know, Clemson sucks and Georgia just didn't play well, or, you know, Georgia doesn't have a good offense. Like, bro, Georgia's filthy, man. Like they're filthy. They got playmakers everywhere. Top one. I mean, they did beat UAB last week 56-7, guys, and I think UAB would beat East Carolina. So what does that say about the game this weekend? Listen, I have been, and I will continue to be through tomorrow, through Saturday to kickoff. I've been as positive as I can be about the game. Like, you know what I mean? I've been as positive as I can be without sounding like a dumb homer, you know, garnet glasses type of personality out there. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of positive can come from it. I think expecting this to be a touchdown game is madness. I think it's crazy. You know, I just do. Again, if it's 30, you know, I know we had a caller in yesterday, 31-28. It's a rivalry. You know, fine. If it happens, it happens. I don't see it. Guys, I think South Carolina over under 1.5. How many times the Gamecocks offense crosses the 50? I'm not even joking. I'm not kidding. And especially with it sounding like it's going to be Zeb Noland. I mean, listen, guys, no matter what happens Saturday, we could have a great year. 6-win season, maybe even 7. But we're not on Georgia's level. South Carolina is not on Georgia's level in any way, shape, fashion, or form. None. You're not on that level. You're just not. And it's okay. It's an indictment on the previous staff, if anything. It's not an indictment on Shane Beamer, but you're not there. You're just not there. So, Robert Child says, I'm not expecting a win. I'd love one, but highly doubtful. All I'm looking for is a close game statistically. Never mind the score. Keep it close and show everyone that we'll be ready next year once we get more talent. Fair enough. Big Creek, do you think Doty is going to start or at least play? I'm really kind of through with Zeb. Big Creek, I'll tell you this. If Zeb starts but Doty plays late, I don't understand the move at all. I don't understand the move. I don't get that. Preston White, do you think the Doty injury has been downplayed with the fan base? I don't know. I don't know. Again, dude, I trust in Beamer. I'm not going to, like, come after Beamer or anything. It is frustrating, though, because we all want to understand. We all want to be in the know and know what's going on. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if the recovery is just taking longer than they expected. I have no idea. Savannah Webster, I wasn't a Zeb hater, but he just wasn't reading coverages and making bad errors first half. Second half, Zeb and EIU Zeb weren't bad. Well, throw out the EIU game, Savannah, because it's EIU. Yes, second half of the game Saturday, he definitely looked better, made some better throws, no question. But as a whole, Savannah, I'm weary of Gamecocks football going through the SEC slate with Zeb Noland as the starting quarterback. Again, appreciate everything Zeb's done. He's 2-0. The statistics are solid. But to me, that's really where the story needs to end because Zeb Noland will get crushed Saturday. I fully expect that. And if he's going to play, if he's going to start, I'd expect multiple turnovers. I just think it's going to be a long night. I mean, I hate to say it. Georgia will sell out on stopping the run, and they will make us throw the football. And, guys, if we're getting in 3rd and 7, 8, 9s, 3rd and longs again, we have no chance. A lot of bad things could happen. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. Travie, only our team do we recruit an Elite 11 quarterback, and he's a wide receiver. It is what it is. Get a touchdown to Dak Joyner. Well, Travie, again, it's an indictment on the previous staff. Lack of player development, it is what it is. That's all you can really say. Allen, Joyner's an athlete, not a quarterback. And getting him the ball in Wildcat, just try to get in the ball doesn't fool anyone. Good point. Very honest take, but very good take. Joseph, Georgia's very good, no doubt about it, but a 32-point spread to me just says South Carolina sucks. Like I said, if Georgia versus Auburn dropped right now, it'd be closer than 32. Why can't we be as good as Auburn? Well, I think, again, Auburn's going to get the benefit of the doubt versus South Carolina because of historically, Auburn's been a better program. Again, a 32-point spread, what it says to me is, yes, Vegas looks and says Georgia is elite. They're very, very good. They are stacked across the board when it comes to talent. And South Carolina needed a game-winning field goal to beat East Carolina. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's why it's a 32-point spread. Guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, I know fans are offended and butthurt and upset over a 32-point spread. Georgia can beat South Carolina by 32 points. If the Gamecocks go out and turn the football over like they did last week, and the offensive line can't block any better, I don't know what some of y'all think, but South Carolina is more than capable of losing this football game by 32 points. I'm just going to tell you right now. Guys, if you want any indication of that, hey, the spread dropped to 31. It jumped right back up to 32. So there are obviously people who are taking the dogs to cover. There are people that are taking Georgia to cover in this game. It's not unfathomable to me that South Carolina could lose this game 38-3. It's really not. 42-7. That's not crazy to me. Do I think it's going to happen? You'll have to wait and find out tomorrow. I think it is a huge spread. I wouldn't bet on Georgia minus 31, but is it possible? Yeah, I think 110%. Guys, we're all talking about 2019 and why, you can cling to that as that miracle happening and why you believe that South Carolina could go do it again. You think Georgia's not thinking about that too? You think Georgia's not thinking we're not going to allow that to happen again? We want revenge for what happened the last time. You don't think that's a fact in the ballgame? It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Hunter Wade just says, when it comes down to it, Georgia beat Clemson more convincingly than we beat ECU. I hope and pray I'm wrong, but this could be one of the ugliest games in school history. One of the ugliest in school history, I think, is a little strong. Yeah. Somebody said, am I the only fan that thinks the 32-point spread is generous? I think people are really underestimating the talent level difference this year. I don't know this generous at all, but I don't know. It honestly, man, if the game plays out how it looks on paper, the number feels about accurate. So it sounds like both the Georgia quarterbacks were practicing yesterday. Again, I saw that on Twitter as well, and we actually tweeted about it. I recorded the show and made the key matchups before that came out. Like I said, guys, whoever's playing quarterback, the key matchup stands. It's JJ Nigbare against whoever's back there because JJ is going to have to be a freak. He's going to have to be a freak on Saturday. There's no question. Somebody he also says, I think Luke has to play for us to have a chance. Yeah, I'd agree. 110%, my friend. I'd agree 110%. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Drayton Hubman, Chris, do we just need a set it into existence post on Saturday and see what happens? I might do it. I might do it tomorrow. Who knows? Speak it into existence, right? Let's see. Don't sleep on our tight ends. Indeed. John Gibbs, would you compare Saturday versus Georgia the same scenario as us against Clemson in 2016? It is comparable. Do I think it's going to be a 56-7 game? No, I don't. Do I think it's comparable? Yeah. Let's see. Trad says, people have to understand we might not even be on the same level as Kentucky right now. Until proven otherwise, we're better than Vandy, and that's about it. Hope at least play a good game Saturday. And Trad, I think that right there is a little bit of a harsh reality for fans to process. Is that, if anybody watched Kentucky over the weekend, is South Carolina more talented than Kentucky? Well, let me put it this way: not are they more talented? Is South Carolina a better football team right now than Kentucky? Because Kentucky's recruiting classes haven't been as good as South Carolina's, but you could most certainly argue they've done a fantastic job at developing the talent that they've gotten on campus. A fantastic. Worlds better than South Carolina has. That's the reason you made a coaching change. So, yeah, I think that's a harsh reality for fans to think about. So, David Barnes thinking a little white, black Saturday night. I get the feeling Beamer's a big fan of the garnet and black helmets. No, I don't think Beamer likes the colored helmets. I think we'll probably go white, garnet. The Forever Garnet slogan, I think they're going to wear a lot of garnet this year. Yep, I think we're going to rock garnet very often. Nan Martin, guarantee our coaches know who our quarterback will be on Saturday. Why would he announce it early? It's Georgia week. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Tyler Noel, when do you think they'll announce who's starting? The longer this goes, the more I feel it's going to be Zeb, unfortunately. I mean, dude, again, Beamer has shown, in last week, he didn't announce it last week. Why would they announce it until kickoff this week? So, I mean, I don't see him announcing it. I don't think there's any, they don't feel there's any reason to. So, Hunter Wages, which one of our running backs do you think is built the best to have any sort of success against Georgia? I personally like Juju in this one. Think he's got the most speed to get around the outside from watching the Georgia-Clemson game. We won't have any success running up the middle. Dude, I don't even know, man. Juju, you're going to have to find somebody. Starts with the offensive line. Yeah, I think Juju, though, getting around the outside, certainly using his speed will help. Georgia linebackers are different type of beasts. They're different type of animals in regards to chasing down ball carriers. So it's just going to be a challenge all the way around. Let's see. Ram Renovations, I personally don't care what the score is. Just want to get everybody out there healthy so we can compete the rest of the season. Absolutely. Guys, the one thing I want to see, if I had to just pick, there's really just one thing I want to see. I just want to see the run game have some success. That's it. I want to see South Carolina. If we could rush for 100 yards or more, I'll take that. Honestly, because that will at least give me hope and a feeling that, you know what, the run game's going to be there. The run game is going to be there for us this season. Because if the run game's not there, guys, we have no chance to win 6 games. You're going to have to run the football successfully. So I want to see the run game have some success. Let's see. Matthew Jacob fans have to realize that South Carolina is rebuilding from the horrific job that Muschamp did. Look back. Muschamp did the same to Florida. Why I hated his hire day one. It took Florida a recruiting season to recover. Yeah, Sanford will be rocking indeed. Robert Child says, I'm seeing 34-21 Georgia. Robert, I will sign up for that score right now. Again, I'm not even joking when I say it. Over under 1.5 times the South Carolina offense crosses the 50. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Over under 1.5. I'm not joking. So I just genuinely, especially Zeb Nolan at quarterback, I have no clue how the Gamecocks are going to move the football. Just none. I have no idea. USC Sports, if Georgia plays like ECU, constantly filling the box, then full-on blitzing, you need to start Luke Doty, someone that can run around and make a play. I mean, yeah. Sean O'Brien, I kind of hope a uniform isn't announced. That way, white, garnet, white, and white are just as expected as our default unions for the foreseeable future, and it's no longer a weekly question. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm down with that. Tano Land said, right now, South Carolina's not going to beat Kentucky unless we improve dramatically. You need to see, again, a step on the offensive line this week. You have to. Robert Childs, I like not announcing starting quarterback until game time. It doesn't give Georgia any time to prepare. Robert, again, I understand, but football just makes me chuckle in that way. Like, there's so much secrecy and we've been keeping the playbook a secret, so we got the jump on Georgia. Like, bro, what are you going to do that Georgia's never seen before? What are you going to do that Georgia's coaching staff has never seen? I mean, football guys are funny, man. Football guys are so funny to me. It's hysterical. I understand it. There's a lot of strategy and disguising and plays, but, bro, it doesn't matter if you wait till freaking kickoff or you told it right now. Who's starting at quarterback? But bottom line, that's it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It does not. It gives South Carolina no advantage. All it is gamesmanship. All it is friendly gamesmanship. But it gives South Carolina no advantage to hold out who's starting at quarterback. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It doesn't guarantee Zeb Nolan more success. It doesn't guarantee Luke Doty success if he does start. So that to me will never be a factor in the game. That's not a factor. Not knowing who's starting, it's not a factor. It's not a factor, bottom line. Brian Dean, simple game plan to beat Georgia, win third down. Yeah, you got to get the third down first. Tyler Noel, every time Juju lines at the backfield, we cannot run outside zone. Every time, Georgia will shut that down. Sat's going to have to get more creative with him when he's on the field. Yeah, I would certainly think so. Sean O'Brien, we just need an effort from the team that will give us something to be optimistic about when we have Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mizzou, one step at a time. I'd agree. Joseph, what if Beamer told the reporters to not ask about the unis because we're rocking something special? Georgia would be a terrible game to do it, but kind of off not one reporter asked the question. Joseph, I think it's just more so nobody wants to be that reporter that every single week is picking Beamer's brain about the unis. I don't think we're doing anything crazy with the unis. Jacob Edwards, UGA's already seen Doty. What exactly do you think they'll miss? Yeah, I mean, it's just not a factor in the game. It's just not a factor in the game, in my opinion. Rachel Walker, I would pay someone money to have someone just lay Muschamp out. Oh, my God. It's so funny. I remember not too long ago when fans were crushing me because I was saying fire Muschamp and everybody loved him. So it's kind of funny to see everybody come back on the other side. Robert Child says, in my opinion, we have absolutely nothing to lose in this game. Everyone thinks we'll lose. Hell, half of us think we do. Half of us think so. I'd love to see trick plays, option runs, wide receiver, running back pass, etc. Yeah, we have nothing to lose. Why not? Empty the kitchen sink. Keith in the TDC Questions channel. If we rush for 100 yards, we cover the spread easily. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Again, that to me would be the most encouraging thing. You can rush for 100 in this Georgia defense. It says to me, okay, the offensive line obviously made an improvement. We can carry that running game into the Kentucky game. Now you all of a sudden feel good about your running game again. Yeah. So, need to feed Kevin Harris. When in doubt, ride the bus. When in doubt, ride the bus. Brian Dean says, I'm feeling confident we will beat Georgia. Cheers to you, Brian. Cheers. Cheers. Not strong enough in this cup, I can tell you that. Need something other than water, that's for sure. Nan Martin, I realize that for us to win this game will be a miracle for sure, but miracles do happen. Therefore, I will also play the lottery. Cody Gaskins, I honestly believe it's going to come down to a Saturday morning walk around for them to decide whether or not Doty will play. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Again, I know it's frustrating, guys. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated as hell with the quarterback thing. I was excited to watch Luke Doty play this year. What has Nolan done so special that he keeps getting the start? Well, guys, I just think, again, the quarterback room behind Luke Doty before he even got hurt, just not very good. Colton Gauthier is a true freshman, and Jason Brown just isn't very good. That's just the reality. He's just not very good. He's not an SEC player, not an SEC quarterback. I think that's the reality. So I think they look at Zeb Nolan. He's the best of the situation presented right now. That's it. That's it. Yep. South Carolina may very well cover the spread, guys, but totally taking the bias out of it. And let's see. Totally taking the bias out of it. Looking at it from just the gambling side, South Carolina plus 32 is the biggest sucker bet of the weekend. It really is, because it's just the line comes out, and of course, Vegas is expecting everybody to say, oh, dude, there's no way. 32 points, that's so much. People are just going to hammer South Carolina. Gamecock fans are going to hammer South Carolina. That's why I'm not playing it, because, again, I think Georgia could beat South Carolina by 32 points. There's just no doubt in my mind. I fully believe it. Tim Manny Snyder, you're delusional about your Jason Brown comment. Well, then why hasn't he played? And hey, I've heard many things behind the scenes and in the building to back up what I'm saying. Again, I like Jason Brown. He's a cool dude. He's a great dude. I've met him in person. Not an SEC quarterback. This ain't St. Francis. Sorry, Tim Manny. This ain't St. Francis. So, Travie, then why did you go get Jason Brown? Just to have a practice quarterback as my guess. Well, you wanted E.J. Jenkins, I'd assume. That's probably one of the reasons. Again, I'm not trying to shit on the guy here on a Thursday, but sometimes I just get kind of tired of beating around the bush. Just call it for what it is. You saw E.J. Jenkins, you wanted to get him. Hey, they wanted to go to school together. Sure, we'll bring on Jason Brown. Why not? He'll give us depth in the quarterback room. But do you think they signed Jason Brown with expectations of him taking the starting job? No, not at all. I don't think so at all. No, nope. When Shane Beamer got the job, he was just trying to fill the roster with bodies. That's why you saw them go to the transfer portal and get so many guys. You know what I mean? That's why they went and got so many guys. So, Brian Bennett, love the Doty campaign. I can remember last year after 2 series, our fans were trashing him, but now he's the savior. Can't make this up. I like him at quarterback, but if he's not declared as the starter, maybe he's still hurt. I mean, Brian, that's what Gamecock fans do, man. The next guy up is the starter. He throws one pick. He's trash. Bring in the next one. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's the nature of the beast. The nature of the beast. Luke RJ, this game's about the offense, in my opinion. It's like you said. We have to move the ball, and we can't have 3 and outs. So if we can't do anything on offense, it'll be a horrible game. Yeah, I mean, You're going to have to control the clock, run the football, 8, 10, 12 play drives, 6 to 7 minute drives, keep Georgia's offense off the field. You can do that. You can make it a second half game. If you can do that, you can make it a second half game. Tim Annie Snyder, you want to see a better game? Put Jason Brown and E.J. Jenkins into starters. Is this like E.J. Jenkins and Jason Brown's burner account? Like, what is going on? Again, I don't dislike either guy, but the point is to play the best player. You don't think – I trust that Shane Beamer is going to play the best player. So, obviously, the reason those guys haven't played is they've gotten beat out for positions. It's okay. It's competition. This is college football. This isn't Pee-wee football where everybody gets to play. So – CB, you're welcome for taking care of Dabo's clown ass. I know you're happy about that. By the way, how you feeling about the game against us? I guess CB's a Georgia fan. I think, my official prediction will drop tomorrow. Yeah, it's a long shot for South Carolina. That's putting it pretty nicely. So, yeah. Yeah, we could be Florida State fans for sure. Jay, why not say that JB's not an SEC quarterback yet? Damn, you're killing a man's confidence. We may need in the future. You really think Jason Brown is tuned into this show and his entire confidence hinges on what I am saying? Come on, Jay. I'm not even going to give myself that much credit. I'm just, then whatever. He's not an SEC quarterback yet. Whatever, Jay. Whatever. I mean, God, you want to sugarcoat it? Whatever. That's fine. My goodness. If he's that, I tell you what, if he's that soft to where me saying that would get him all up in his feelings and make him think about quitting football, then he shouldn't be on our roster to begin with. So, at the bottom line, that's it. I don't want that guy starting. If you're that mentally fragile, you're not cut out to be a starting quarterback anyways. Yeah, Travi, I'm glad to see Josh Van stepped up as well, man. He's been really good this year. I did not expect today to be so, I feel like today is very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very exciting. We'll put it that way. Brennan M., here's hoping that Beamer comes out tonight during Carolina calls and says Doty gets the start. No need for gamesmanship against Georgia like there could have been against ECU. Yeah, Brennan, like I said, I'd love for Luke Doty to get the start. I don't think you have a chance if he doesn't. Wyatt Williams, X factor for this game could be our tight ends. Got to get on a rhythm early on, even if the plays aren't for a lot of yards. I agree. CB, yeah, it's a long shot, and our players are going to be mad because we're going for revenge from the 2019 game. Yeah, again, it's kind of funny. Our fans are just looking at the 2019 game as like, oh, look, we can get the upset. We did. It's like, you don't think Georgia players are thinking about that too? You know what I mean? Like, of course. USC Sports says if Doty starts, 38-17 Georgia. If Zeb starts, 59-0 Georgia. You know what's funny, man? 38-17 Georgia is the exact prediction I had in the preseason. And, again, the reason I picked that was because I felt like Luke Doty was going to start the first two games, was going to be not clicking necessarily, but, getting comfortable, if you will, and he'd be able to do some things against the Georgia defense. But I think, honestly, guys, no matter, I want to see Luke Doty play. Will it make a difference? Sure. But will it make a huge difference? I mean, we're talking about a guy that has not taken a game rep yet this season. So it's like, how much could you really expect out of him, even if he does play? Let's see. We're mentally tough in here. Good banter. Good. You have to be. Kenny Powerful. Georgia has had two other ridiculous spreads against SEC opponents, Kentucky and Vandy in history. They did not cover. I mean, that's totally fine, Kenny. I mean, hey, if we lose by 28, what are we going to say? Well, good teams win, but great teams cover. Congratulations. I mean, Let's see. So is there college football on tonight, by the way? Might be. Let's see. Who plays tonight? Somebody's got to play tonight. Ohio and Louisiana at 8 o'clock. How about that? The Ragin' Cajuns hosting the Ohio Bobcats. I believe that's their mascot, right? The Bobcats. So, anyways, 843-790-3377. Guys, that's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. CB says he's got Georgia 42-10. And again, I could see that. CB, with our defense, I'd be surprised if we allow more than 14. I tend to agree with you. Again, I just don't know how South Carolina's going to move the football. I just don't. For South Carolina to get to 14 or more, defensive score, special team score. Those are just going to happen. That can change a game like this. Block a kick, block a punt, return a kick for a touchdown, return a punt for a touchdown. That can change a game like this, certainly. But those are things that are just going to happen. Tanner Land, doesn't matter who the quarterback's going to be. He's going to be running for his life, indeed. Tyler Knoll, listen, Jason, Colton, or Connor were ready to take meaningful snaps. They would have taken them already. Our quarterback room behind Luke isn't seasoned. Again, why they turned to Zeb. The fans calling for JV still. He was strip sacked against EIU. What makes y'all think he would do any different against a formidable opponent? Again, you wanted Shane Beamer as your head coach, guys. It's like, do you trust him or do you not? Do you trust Shane Beamer or do you not? I trust Shane Beamer to make the best decisions for this football team. So if the guy hasn't played, there's a reason. There's a reason. Bottom line. Let me tell you something. You don't know more than Shane Beamer. So for you saying South Carolina's got a better chance to win if they put Jason Brown in. So what you're saying is you know better than Beamer and Satterfield do in regards to who gives us the best chance to win offensively. You don't. You don't, person sitting at your desk or sitting at your house on your couch. You don't know better. I mean, listen, I give opinions, and I give some opinions that tend to work out, and I give many that don't. And we all have opinions, and that's great. But I will preface every opinion with, hey, I trust in Beamer. This is just my opinion on the situation. But, to say that Jason Brown would give you a better chance to win than anybody else on our roster, it's like, come on, dude. If that was the case, this coaching staff isn't stupid. They're going to play who gives us the best chance to win. Travie, Jake Bentley and South Alabama have some good matchups this year. App State and Coastal. Think I'll peek in to see how he does. Crazy that Jake Bentley's still playing college football. Kenny Powerful says, high-scoring game. Whoever makes the last mistake loses. 31-28 type of game. Okay, Kenny, let me ask you a question. How does South Carolina get to 28 or 31? How? Break that down for me. I'll wait. I'm not trying to crap on your prediction. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. I'm just asking a genuine question. Explain to me what you've seen through 2 games offensively that tells you South Carolina is primed to have a field day on that Georgia defense. So, let me know. Would love to hear it. John Strom, Dak still out at wide receiver through all the quarterback decisions. It's baffling how a program with a huge need for a quarterback puts their 4-star quarterback at receivers brilliant in what universe? Well, John, here's the thing. I think Dak Joyner is a great example of a misevaluation in recruiting. Hey, there's a reason Clemson and Alabama didn't want him to play quarterback. They wanted him to play secondary or receiver. They wanted him to play outside. So I think South Carolina was just a misevaluation. If he hasn't played quarterback to this point, then Dak Joyner is not a Division I quarterback. That's just bottom line. So you can either accept that or you can't, but I think that's just the reality. Again, Brad Lawing talked to us about it, being talent evaluators and talent developers. Those are key. And I think Dak Joyner is an example of it was just a misevaluation in recruiting. I think it was a total misevaluation. So, hate to say it, but that's just the truth. Let's see. Yeah, we got it. Braden Davis. One of Beamer's top priorities, if not top one, find your quarterback. You got to have a quarterback. You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. John Gibbs, let's put the 2019 thing to bed. Miracles can happen because 19 was a miracle, and I would love for it to happen again. Just be a realist in what you understand. Georgia's superior to us. If we don't get waxed, don't be surprised. We do always need to go into every game thinking we can win, and we're going to win. But we got to be realistic about the game this Saturday. And yeah, guys, again, I'm not trying to kill people's hopes and dreams this week. Like I've tried my best to not do that. But again, I think it's foolish and it's unhealthy to go into a game like this with crazy, unrealistic expectations. Hampton Brown, would you rather have Jake Bentley or Ryan Helinski right now? You know what's crazy, Hampton? I never thought I'd say this, but I'd rather have Jake Bentley, actually. Yep, I'd rather have Jake Bentley. So, let's see. Kenny Powerful, defensive touchdown, special teams getting the offense in short field situations. Okay, so how offensively are we going to score, Kenny? How offensively are we going to score? Where's it going to come from? John Strom, Dak played quarterback the last time we beat Georgia. John, I understand that. What did the offense do in the second half when Dak was in? We didn't score a single point. So, what are you talking about? He basically just didn't screw anything up, just managed the game, ran for like a first down or 2. And, but did he do anything crazy to you? I don't think so. Tylenol, is Kenny and Bradley drinking for the same water? That's 2 people in 2 days who said the same thing. I want whatever y'all are having. Covering the spread will be a win for this football team. There you go. Allen, people talking about multiple block punts and special teams points. First, we got to make them punt. Kickoff return plays will probably be more frequent. Tim Dorn, seriously, hell, Clemson couldn't score on him. Mike Hawk, what's up with AB? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's playbook. I don't know if he just hasn't adjusted. I don't know. Kenny Powerful, special teams and defense keep the Gamecocks in the game better than people think. From your lips to God's ears, Kenny. Travi, Braden Davis looks pretty damn good. Listening to him sounds like a mature kid. Good things to come. Yeah, I like that commitment a lot. Let's see. Travis Hill, we haven't scored more than 20 points against them in the last 6 years. Just can't see these 30-plus point predictions right now. If we have any chance at all, it has to be low scoring. I'd agree. I'd agree with you 100%, Travis. Agree 100%. Wyatt Williams, Dak is still that guy. We'll always be cheering for him, but he isn't the right answer at quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all cheering for him, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I hope he does well. Kenny Powerful, throwing downfield on the man cover. So Kenny says we're going to throw downfield on Georgia, and that's how we're going to score. Who the hell's going to catch it, Kenny? I mean, I like Josh Vann. I'm pulling for Dak Joyner. But, bro, if you get into a situation where you're just chucking the ball downfield, pick. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Kenny Powerful, this isn't rocket science. Kenny, it's a different – it may not be rocket science, but for you, my friend, it is a different football game because we are just not seeing the same things. Kenny, all I ask is this. Whether you're right or wrong, be here Monday so we can talk about it. Trad, only way we score offensively is a busted coverage pass play, long run, or trick play. No chance we move the ball down the field against that defense. Keep hoping for 2012 Georgia. Again, I think a lot of good guys can come from this game on Saturday. I'm not saying that. Again, I want to see South Carolina run the football. Bottom line. If it's Zeb Nolan, really no matter who it is, you're going to have problems passing the football. You just are. Bottom line, you just are. Okay? You're not built to throw the football. You're not built that way. You are not. You don't have the options on the outside. You're just not there. You're not there with, Ace Sanders, Alshon Jeffrey, Bruce Ellington, all those guys. They're not walking through the door. They're not. You don't have the athletes to win in the passing game. I'd love to see this run game come back into its own, take over the football game, whatever. You're going to have long, sustained drives if possible, 8, 10, 12 play, 6-minute, 8-minute drives to keep Georgia off the field, to give your defense a rest. But, I mean, guys, again, I'm like, did some of you watch the game last week? Because South Carolina went 3 and out a lot against Georgia. East Carolina. They went 3 and out a lot. So, like, how is South Carolina, that same team that played last week, going to do better this week against a team that's 1,000 times better than ECU? That's my question. That's what I don't really understand. That's what I'm looking for the answer to. Justin Warren says, do you think Beck is starting for Georgia? It's just, again, I don't know who's starting. I just put him there because they mentioned that JT Daniels and Stetson Bennett were injured. That I made that before the report last night that said they were both practicing guys. I don't know. No matter who it is, the key matchup still stands. Whether it's Daniels, Bennett, Beck, you got to get pressure on the quarterback, and a guy like J.J. Nibare has to play his best game. Your best players have to step up in a game like this. You have to get your best performances from your best players against the best teams. And J.J. Nibare is certainly one of those guys. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. Appreciate you all tuning in, folks. Yes, by the way, quick reminder, guys, if you're in the city, watch party this Saturday, Carolina Ale House in Harbison. In Columbia, South Carolina, guys. Would love to have you come out. Let's take everything in. Let's watch the game as the Gamecocks take on the Georgia Bulldogs, looking for the upset. Jonathan Kent, do you think South Carolina will ever win a national championship? Is it possible? Certainly. I think it's certainly possible. History says it won't happen, but that doesn't mean it can't. So certainly hard to predict, though. Somebody said Kenny definitely ain't going to be here Monday. I mean, whatever, dude. Whatever. I hope it happens, bro. 31-28, I would love that. Let's see. Multiple running backs on the field at the same time to create mismatches. I would think they'd do that. Wyatt Williams, Chris, who would you start at running back this week if it was up to you? Well, it depends on how they look in practice. That's a big thing. I mean, how do you not start Kevin Harris? I don't know, man. Like, how does he look in practice? How does he look in practice? It's hard for me to say. I mean, I know everybody would just say Juju because of his last drive. If you want to reward Juju, then go right ahead. They're all going to play, though. So, Daddy O, when's the road show coming through the Low Country? We're figuring that out. We have not planned every single road game and the watch parties and all that, but we will be determining that very, very soon for sure. So, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Michael Cavaliers, the pressure more on Georgia or South Carolina? I mean, definitely Georgia. I mean, we have nothing to lose. The pressure is most certainly on Georgia. Certainly. Because Georgia's expected to win. God, they're 5-touchdown favorites, guys. I mean, you know, basically, they're expected to win. So, yeah, for Georgia, it's like either, hey, you won and you were supposed to win, or South Carolina played you close, or God forbid, beat you. I mean, get this, guys. Here's the crazy thing. And I mean, again, do spreads, is the Vegas spread everything? I don't want to make it sound like it is. I don't want to make it sound like it is. But South Carolina's a bigger underdog to Georgia than UAB was. UAB was a 24-point underdog. I mean, it's just crazy to me. Just crazy. Let's see. Sean O'Brien, do you dream Gamecock stuff too, since you literally talk, consume, and create Gamecocks media all day, every day? Does it end? Got to respect the grind. There are times where I do. But no, I mean, I have other, believe it or not, other things, other vices, other activities I take in that don't pertain to the Gamecocks, but a lot of them do. You are correct. Yeah, it's a grind, man, but I love it. I love it. I truly love it. I love being a content creator. I love being in a consistent creating mindset. I just love that. I love that side of it. So, again, guys, 843-790-3377. Like I said, by the way, quick update. Reminder, the podcast did drop this morning, episode 498. Full Georgia breakdown and preview. We talk top storylines, key matchups, keys to the game. Also, guys, a fantastic conversation. In case you missed it last night, we redistributed on the podcast this morning. Former Gamecocks offensive lineman John Strickland joined me at Tin Roof to give his perspective on taking on the Dogs as a player. And, of course, we also talk about the game this weekend as the Gamecocks travel to Athens. Also getting his perspective on offensive line play and just kind of what's going on with the Gamecocks offensive line. Really, really good stuff, and always a good conversation and a great time. Always fun chatting with my good buddy, John Strickland. But again, guys, yeah, we sit here 12:48, taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. 843-790-3377. How do you expect things to go this Saturday as the Gamecocks travel to Athens? All that and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. And we're continuing to take questions regarding the game this Saturday as the Gamecocks take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Let's see. Jesse Jacobs, saw your office on Twitter, man. What do you do outside of this? This is all I do, Jesse. This is full time. So this is a full-fledged business. That's in my house. So that's actually in the studio. It's actually right here to my right, by the way. We've got the studio set up where it's like the studio and just kind of the desk area, whatever. But no, I do this full time, Jesse. I've actually been doing it full time since August of 2019. So it is a full-fledged business. This machine is rocking. This machine is rolling. So yeah, I talk Gamecocks full time. That's what I do. Again, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. Lisa Dickinson Bruno. What is up today with these? It says Jason Brown can throw, and if you have him and EJ in there, they can come up with the touchdowns. Give him a chance. I mean, what is the Jason Brown, EJ Jenkins fan club up in the chat today? Like, what is going on? I mean, nobody dislikes the guys, but like, where is this? Like, is the St. Francis Glee Club up in here? Like, what's going on? Aaron Gibson, no way we score 31 points against Georgia defense. If we're going to win, which I don't think we will, the game has to be like 17-13 or 13-10, but I think we lose 45-10. I think that's fair. Trad, wonder what the spread would have been if a healthy Doty played the last two games. I mean, I thought in the preseason, Trad, the spread would be Georgia, probably minus 24, something very similar to what you saw last time, for sure. So let's see. Nan Martin, I would never bet on a Georgia or Clemson game. I don't care what the spread is. Very well. Very, very well. Fair enough. Daddy O, the money line is growing. A $15,000 UGA bet straight up wins you $100. Crazy numbers. $100 on Carolina to win. If they win, wins you $2,500. Travis Lee, we need to recruit heavily on the quarterback and the O-line and wide receiver the next couple of years. Williams, Hyatt, and Delp would have been huge, or would be huge. With Davis at quarterback, need to land a quarterback next class too. And hope we land Jaden Davis or Bradford. We got to land some playmakers. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Now the fun questions have begun. Wesley Hoover, or the fun comments, is Wesley Hoover said, you should just really take off the Carolina stuff. No positivity all week long from you. And honestly, if I were the players, then hell, why even show up at this point? Got to at least be positive. Wesley, God, I mean, where do we start? Wesley, again, there are shows out there, there are podcasts, there are entities that are going to stroke your ego and tell you all week long, the Gamecocks, this game, the stars are aligning and it's the perfect chance for a setup. And listen, a lot of positive can come from this football game. And crazy things have happened. 2019 has happened. But here's the thing, Wesley. Number one, I'm independent of the university. I'm not a university employee. I'm not affiliated with the school. So I can say whatever the fuck I want to say on this show. I'll tell you that right now. The other thing is this. If you're a player and you're tuned in to what I'm saying and it's affecting your play on the field, then you shouldn't even be on our roster because you're mentally soft to begin with. You shouldn't be worried about what the media or whoever the hell's on the internet saying whatever about you, okay? The other thing is this. Hey, I'm all about the positivity. I'm not here to kill anyone's hopes and dreams. But to go into a game like this, Wesley, with unrealistic expectations and to set expectations of your team, I'll be honest with you, even winning this football game, and if you don't win, you're somehow disappointed, and it's Beamer's fault, it's our quarterback's fault, it's our defense's fault. That's unhealthy, and it's stupid. It's just stupid to do that. It's silly to do that. So, hey, I'm all for the positivity. A lot of positive can come out of the game, but I mean, if your butt hurt because I'm saying it's a long shot and just realize the task that's at hand, again, Wesley, this ain't the show for you. Go tune into Gamecock Central, go to the Big Spur, go to the message boards, go to Twitter, go to the state, and again, it's no knock on those people, but maybe those people will give you content where they're going to stroke your ego and make you feel like Carolina is the greatest team on planet Earth. No, the bottom line is they don't have a great roster. This is not a great football team. Getting to 6 wins will be a great year. And just because you lose to Georgia, you can lose to Georgia 50-0. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a good season, but to act like South Carolina's even in the same stratosphere as the Georgia Bulldogs right now is laughable at best. And that's why I'm able to do what I do, because people don't want to hear bullshit. They don't want to be bullshitted. People don't want that. You might think so, but they don't want to. If I was sitting here all week hyping up that Carolina's going to win and I was just picking the Gamecocks to win every week, I'd be a joke. So I'll leave it at that. Again, there's other shows, there's other lives. You can go tune into those. So Wesley Hoover says, I get it. You're a straight up person. We all know we aren't going to beat Georgia, but we got to be positive. Again, I'm positive. Positive things can happen, but it's also just black and white of how the game's probably going to go. I mean, you're a 32-point underdog. I mean, I'm positive. Like, I'm a day-to-day positive person. You can't be an entrepreneur and run a business. I guess you could be negative and miserable. I don't see how that could happen, but dude, I'm positive. We just get to watch football on Saturday. Thank God. We have packed stadiums still. Thank God. There's plenty to be positive about, but those 60 minutes between the white lines, there's no point in beating around the bush of what's probably going to happen. So, listen, I'm going to drop a score prediction tomorrow. I'm going to be very honest and real about it. I picked South Carolina to win 28-24 last week. Was I being negative then because I wasn't picking Carolina to blow them out? Like, it just is what it is, guys. I understand fans have a hard time wrapping their heads around it. Like, maybe my football team's just not all that great. I love our players. They're great people. They're great human beings. Maybe we're just not that talented. Maybe we're just not that good. And it's no indictment on Shane Beamer. It's no indictment on the current staff. He inherited a mess. We have good individual players. But from top to bottom, we're not there. And it's okay. We're not a team that's going to go beat Georgia. We're a team that kicks a game-winning field goal to beat East Carolina. That's who we are. That's just who we are. And it's okay, but that's who we are. Bottom line, we need to worry more about trying to beat Kentucky, to be honest with you. Because, hey, you're going to be an underdog in that game too. At home. I don't care that it's at home. It's a night game. You're going to be an underdog. Kentucky's probably going to be in the top 25 when they come to Columbia. So, and again, I was not trying to, by the way, take any shots at any of those shows. Because you know what? I don't tune into their shows. I don't know what their content is like. They might be very realistic about the game as well. But I'm just saying that there are probably other shows out there or other content creators that'll kind of beat around the bush and dance around it. And, you know, I mean, I've seen people say, oh, I'm not going to pick a score prediction for this game. Like, if you can't be there in the tough times and be realistic then don't be there in 5 years when we're beating everybody's ass. And it's fun to pick score predictions, and it's fun to go to every single game because you know we're going to beat the hell out of them. You know what I mean? Like, so, again, everybody, all the Gamecock content creators, they do a fantastic job. That was not the point of what I was trying to say. The point I was making was just, again, like, hey, it's a lot easier in life. I'll tell you this. It's a lot easier in life to – you're not going to change what people are saying, but you can change who you listen to. So, hey, our content is not built for everyone, and that's a positive. That's a positive. If it was built for everyone, it'd be boring. Have you ever wondered, guys, and again, this is kind of going off on a tangent side note, but have you ever wondered why, like, there are Gamecock fan pages on social media, and I'm not talking about, like, any entities, but they're just fan pages, right? Like, all they do is post highlights and project positivity, and I mean, which is great, but they don't have the following we do. Why is that? Why is that? Because people don't want to just get smoke blown up their ass and tell people, you know, people tell you all the time how great your favorite team is. Like, you got to be real about it. The only way you're going to get better is being real about it. Will Muschamp would have never gotten fired if people weren't real about the situation. It's like, hey, we're not very good. We actually kind of suck. So, again, don't throw in the white towel this Saturday. I'm not saying, you know, we shouldn't be looking forward to the game, right? That's not what I'm trying to say. But it would be a monumental, epic upset. There's no other way to put it. South Carolina's not on that level top to bottom. We've got some guys that are good players. Guys, how many guys do we have on our team that would start at Georgia? How many? 2 or 3 maybe? I mean, realistically, do we have a single offensive player that would start at Georgia? A single one? I mean, I don't know that we do, to be honest with you. Defense, probably J.J. Nigbare, probably Jordan Birch, maybe probably not Pickens, to be honest with you, the way he's played. Probably not Pickens. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. It's, you know, what was it? Was it Kenny? Kenny earlier said it's not rocket science. You're right. It's not rocket science. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not rocket science. They just have better players than you. And it's okay, but, like, they have better players than you. Warren Michael Lee says negativity sells. No, Warren Michael Lee being real sells. Real will always win. Real will always win. Bottom line, I've followed that since the beginning. I've believed that since even before I started this business. So real will win. The amount of people I've had approach me in just a random setting at games, whatever it might be, DM me. They don't say, thank you for telling me exactly what I want to hear. They say, thank you for being the honest voice of South Carolina football. Thank you for being honest and saying things that the common fan wants to say. So, no, Warren Michael Lee, it's not negativity. It's just being real. It's being real. Again, there are a lot of fan pages out there that project nothing but positive. They don't have the following we do. Why is that? Because they're not being real. Like they're blowing smoke up your ass. And they're not willing to have the bold opinion of, they're not willing to tell you like it is. They don't want to ruffle your feathers. Again, the content's not for everybody. That's fine. That's how it should be. I would tell any content creator that, hey, you should embrace that. If your content's for everybody, then it's for nobody. Stick to you, stick to what's true, be real, man. Real wins in the end. I mean, obviously, I'm getting paid to talk South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm not doing this for free. So, all right, let's see. Yes, Delp will be at the game. He's officially visiting Georgia. How about also, guys, Arch Manning is going to be there. So, let's see. Daddy-O, I get the feeling from Satterfield some of our kids still don't grasp the basic stuff. Well, I mean, again, it's a new system. It's a new scheme. I mean, there's going to be an adjustment period. It's how it goes. All right, let's jump to the phone lines. Hopefully you guys can hear the phones. Let's jump to the phone lines, though. Hey, yo, Justin, what's up, man? How are you?
Dallas, how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
Well, Chris, I'll be watching a lot of Georgia stuff. And Chris, Georgia has a good defense.
Yeah, they're number one in the country, so they're pretty good.
Wow, that's something, Chris.
Yeah, they're giving up 177 yards per game, and it's only 2 games. But yeah, they're pretty damn good. They're pretty damn good.
Yep. And Chris, I mean, it's one of the best in Alabama, huh, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, it's I've heard people say this Georgia defensive line is one of the best they've ever seen. So, I mean, they're good. They're good, dude. It's Georgia. It's not like they have a bunch of scrubs on their team. They're good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Chris, and one thing about South Carolina, they gotta take care of the football, you know.
You have to. Yeah, you can't lose a turnover battle and even hang in this game. So, you're gonna have to take care of the ball and force a couple of turnovers off them. If you can do that, I think you can make it a second half game, but you have to win the turnover battle. I mean, look at 2019 is exactly what you did. So you got to win the turnover battle. That's it.
Oh yeah. And Chris, you know, you got to try to be creative. You know, you got to get in Israel. And Chris, they about Georgia, they keep people out of Israel, and nobody has not scored in Israel yet, you know, against Georgia.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, they're a really, really good defense. And, I mean, again, you're going to have to, you know, it starts with the offensive line. You're going to have to block. You're going to have to open some holes. You're going to have to get creative. Yeah, so I mean, it's a tall task, man. It's a challenge. There's no other way to put it. It's a challenge. So.
Oh, yeah. Because I was listening to Marcus Scottfield the other day. He was talking about, you know, they asked him, hey, why you not showing nothing offense yet? You know, nothing tricky, you know?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this, because I was asked last night, what's your grade of Marcus Satterfield? How do you feel about him through 2 games? It's hard for me to judge Marcus Satterfield because I think, again, what our fans don't want to – what they don't want to acknowledge, they don't want to grasp, we don't have the personnel. Like, we don't have good enough players on offense. So you got to think how difficult it is to call plays when your offense doesn't have – this is not Oklahoma. We don't have Oklahoma playmakers on the outside. So – I think you'll see, you know, certainly some more creativity this week. You know, but it's just he doesn't have a lot to work with. Let's just call it for what it is. They don't have a ton of work, and you don't even have your starting quarterback in there. So, you know, just a lot of issues on that side.
Yeah, and Chris, the thing about this is, I mean, look at my schedule. He's not going to show you anything just yet, you know, because he knows it. You know it.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. I don't know, man. Like I said, just play hard. Don't get injured. Run the football effectively. I think I'll be pretty happy no matter the score. So.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Hey, Chris, I go to a Georgia game Saturday.
You're going to the game.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Hey, be safe, have fun, and best of luck. Best wishes. Best wishes.
Yeah, and Chris, and Chris, no matter what happens in soccer, nobody come out a 3-0 or 2-1, you know?
Yeah, it's a dangerous place to be a Gamecock, Athens, Georgia is. But it's a good time, too. Really enjoy yourself. I think Athens is a lot of fun, actually, so.
Oh, yeah, and Chris, I'll tell you, guys, you can go one time, you know, and that'd be it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've been a couple of times. Like I said, it's always a blast, for sure.
Yeah, because Chris, I've been at Athens 2 times, you know, because I haven't been there in like 20 years, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, and like I said, it'll be fun to go support Beamer and support the boys. I mean, hopefully they give you a show. That's what I'll say. Hopefully they give you a show.
Oh, yeah. And Chris, before I go, and Chris, that was something else, oh, boy, here we come, man. Oh, yeah, and Chris, I hope the players keep their emotions, because, and Chris, they're facing their former head coach, Muschamp, huh?
What you said about Muschamp?
Yeah, he equalized players out of soccer, you know?
Oh yeah. I hope somebody lays Muschamp out on the sideline. No, I'm just kidding. It's an interesting storyline. I don't think it affects the game at all, though. To be honest with you.
Mm-mm. No,
So,
it doesn't.
yeah.
You know, I know the players don't get too emotional. You know, I know they put the difference on the side. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
So.
Hey, Chris, what thoughts about yeah.
Yeah. No,
Chris, what you thoughts
go
about?
ahead.
Oh yeah, and Chris, what you thoughts about Clay Helton? I mean, people at USC let him go in the mid-season.
No, that's crazy. And you know what? We'd be right exactly there if we'd have kept Muschamp. I'm gonna take it off the air, Justin. Like I said, guys, first things first. I love Justin, love everybody that calls in. Let's limit the question to like 1, maybe 2. If you listen to like radio show, I know this is a unique show, but if you listen to radio shows, normally the caller banter isn't like 10 minutes. And also my arm gets tired holding the phone up. So since we're being very honest today, that's something I've been wanting to tell the callers for a while. It's like, guys, treat it like a call-in show. Get your question, get off the air. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. But I honestly looked at that Clay Helton thing, getting fired after 2 games. I was like, you know what, dude? That would have been South Carolina if we kept Will Muschamp. We probably would have lost to East Carolina and then fired him. So I was glad it's not us. Glad it's not us anymore. Let's see. Tyler Weed says Doty has to play, period. The handoff and passing schemes may be the same for all the quarterbacks, but you get a guy that can move around and shift the pocket. It adds something for the opposing defense to figure out. Also, our O-line has to play the game of their lives. Yes, many things have to happen. Let's see. Daddy O, Friday night on a game weekend in Athens is unbelievable. Yeah, dude, I've been there. Athens is a good time, my friend. Athens is a very, very, very good time. No questions about it. No questions about it. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well here on a Thursday, September the 16th, 2021. Wesley Hoover says, Will Muschamp, Carolina would have had a 24-14 win in the first game and not 49-0. We'll never know. We'll never know, man. I'm just glad. I'm glad we are right now with Shane Beamer. Excited for what he's building. No matter if you lose by 30, win by 30 on Saturday, I feel great about Shane Beamer and the product he's building in Columbia, South Carolina, guys. 843-790-3377. And again, Wesley Hoover, I will say I didn't mean to come at you so hard earlier, but it's an emotional week with Georgia. I mean, listen, dude, I hate Georgia. It's not fun for me to say that Georgia's probably going to beat the shit out of South Carolina. That's not fun at all, but it is real. It is real. So, I mean, it is what it is. Keith on the TDC Questions channel says, with these score predictions, Georgia must catch COVID at halftime. Corey Gardner, Athens is the best time I've ever had going to an away game. Yeah, it's like 5 points on steroids, man. Chad Smith, over under 10 for the Gamecocks on Saturday. Chad, I don't want to ruin my score prediction for tomorrow. That's a great question, though. Will South Carolina hit double digits Saturday? That's the question. Daddy O, has the secondary play been above expectations? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I thought ECU, in the preseason, I thought East Carolina had the athletes to give you problems on the outside. I thought they would give you problems. I think the secondary was was incredible. I thought the play of the secondary was incredible. They'll get a real test this weekend, but yeah, no, they've passed with flying colors. Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, Clayton White's done an incredible job the first couple of weeks, so done an incredible job. I mean, the stats reflect that. So, stats certainly reflect that. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. Appreciate y'all tuning in. 1:15 here on a Thursday as we're in hour number 2. Kate Grant says Georgia's favored by 35.5. Has the line gone up? Don't tell me the line's gone up, dude. Don't tell me the line's gone up. There's no way. No, it's still at 32. Georgia minus 32. Over under set at 48, guys. Like I said, my best bet of the weekend is the under 48. Kate Grant, but look what happened 2 years ago. Certainly. Hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, Kate. Anything can happen. So I will tell you the difference between 2 years ago and now. I mean, I think that team 2 years ago was better. I don't think there's any question as far as talent, top to bottom. And I think Georgia was worse. So we'll see. Seth, do you think Carson Beck gets the start? Rain is in the forecast also. I saw where it's like 50% chance. I mean, if it rains, whatever. I listed Carson Beck in my key matchups because I don't know who's starting. I don't know who's starting for Georgia. So we heard the injuries and stuff like that. I don't know. It could be that key matchup still applies though, whether it's J.J. Ngbari against Beck or Daniels or Bennett. That matchup still applies. You got to get pressure on the quarterback. You got to get after the quarterback all day long. Dylan Prothman says we win 21-17. # Cox by 90. Hell yeah, Cox by 90. Daddy O, 75% of the public is taking the points. Indeed. All right, let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Here we go. All right, what's up, man? You're on the air. How's it going?
Man, it's going pretty good today, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
Good. Listen, I feel like the only way we can even use the word W in a win or have a hope is that we got to have Luke in there, basically doing what Arkansas did to Texas. Just run the ball. If it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and then so be it. But I think that's what we have to do. The tight ends are going to have to play. The question I got for you is, bro, when was the last time we actually had a really good defensive line? And I'll listen to what you have to say. Thanks a lot, brother. I
appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the call. Good stuff. When was the last time we had a really, really good defensive line? I think this defensive line's very good. Yeah, I like this defensive line a lot. I mean, you think back to, obviously, the defensive lines all from 11 to 13. Those were incredible lines. I don't think we've had as good a line since. I mean, the statistics would certainly reflect that. I mean, I think a couple years ago when you had Javon Kinlaw in the middle, those lines were solid. But it's kind of crazy as good as your players have been, even as good as this line is. The statistics haven't been there to back it up. I mean, we look at last year. People thought the defensive line was so good last year. You gave up damn near 200 yards rushing per game. I mean, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think this D-line is good this year. He also said, with Luke Doty, you're going to have to get creative. That's the only, the same similar game plan that Arkansas had against Texas. You just need Luke Doty to play first. So, and also I know Wesley, yeah, I know that for the calls, it's not coming in quite as loud. We're working on that in regards to actually piping in callers to where you guys will be able to hear them, kind of like when you tune into Paul Feinbaum. So like I said, just patience with that. We're working through that. So new mic, we're figuring things out. Why didn't JT Daniels play last week? Abdominal injury for sure. Travis Worrell, the 12 season to me when we walked the Dogs 35-7, that was a dominant D-line. Indeed it was, man. Indeed it was. Big-time players all over the place. And it takes big-time players to win big-time games, and this Saturday is a big time games. Guys, we're talking that. We're talking more. Would love to continue to hear your predictions. Like I said, hey, what has to happen? What has to happen for the Gamecocks to pull a monumental upset in Saturday in Athens? What specific things? And if the upset doesn't happen, if the win doesn't happen, at minimum, what do you want to see from this Gamecocks football team on Saturday? All that and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, ladies and gents, we're back. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. We're talking Gamecocks and Bulldogs. South Carolina traveling to Athens. 7 o'clock kickoff on Saturday night as we continue to take your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. Let's see. Courtney Washington said Feinbaum said he felt Arkansas was better. Better than who? Better than who? Courtney Washington, stop the run and we'll win. Certainly you're going to have to do that. No question. No question. Daddy O says 6-6 would be a super season, super plus season for fans and recruiting. I'd agree with you. I agree with you 110%. I've been saying that all preseason long. There's no doubt. Let's see. Dylan Prothman, I'm thinking 7-4 or 8-3. Well, we played 12 games, Dylan, so how would that make any sense? Let's see. Wesley says, hey, Chris, I know honestly we're a few weeks out, but do you think we have a chance at beating A&M? Obviously, Doty will need to play, but I just want to see your thoughts, and I believe their quarterback is out. I'll get into that in just a second. Let's jump back to the phone lines. Luke, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
All right, so I was thinking about what you've been saying. I mean, I think, if we were a top 25 team, this game would be a little bit different, but we're playing a number 2 team in the country, and we're not even ranked.
Yeah, well, I think we're not ranked for – I mean, I think we're not ranked for a reason. That's pretty fair, so.
Yeah, so the other thing, I was just wanting to get your opinion, like if you were calling plays or whatever against this good defense in the passing game, how would you, approach that and attack, like, good pass rush and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think screens, wide receiver screens. I mean, I think establishing the run first is paramount, though. I just – if you can't run the ball, you're not going to be able to do anything anyway. So if you can establish some semblance of a running game and work off play action, but I think certainly, screen plays, being a little creative in that nature, short passes, especially early to build confidence in the passing game. I mean, you're going to have to stretch them vertical at some point, but yeah. So, I mean, that's the challenge, but you got to, it all starts with running the football and blocking and opening holes, but I'm sure they're going to dare you to throw. So, I mean, dude, in a game like this, you got to go win some one-on-one matchups. Do you have the guys to go do that? That's the question.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm thinking, if you're going to pass, you got to have, like, some 3-step drops and get it out quick. Or, man, if Luke Doty plays, do that 5-step drop, and then if he sees some space, just take off. Or, you got to roll out of the pocket every time you want to throw the ball. Just get out of the pocket. That's all I got, man. Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate it, Luke. Thanks so much for the call. 843-790-3377. Yeah, if Luke Doty plays. Big if. We'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, but unfortunately right now it's a big if. Dylan Prothman says 7 or 8 wins. That would be if we go 8-4, Shane Beamer should be the national coach of the year. And I'm not even joking. Shane Beamer should be national coach of the year. So again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. Let's see here. John Gibbs, all there is left to do is spot the damn ball. Let the miracle happen, and if not, a miracle make them feel it. They don't want us again. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Play hard, play the right way. This game is more about how South Carolina plays, not what the final score is, because we all think and kind of expect what the final score will be. I'm just going to delete this. I ran a poll on Twitter. How many times will the Gamecocks offense cross the 50? I'm just going to delete it because I don't think people are actually willing to have that conversation. Anyways, 843-790-3377, guys. It's 843-790-3377. Drew Taylor said, sorry, he's been working. Just got on. Drew, you missed some very interesting banter earlier, for sure. You missed some very interesting banter earlier, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, masks are on the store, tsus.store. We posted the link all over the social media already. TSUS.store. The masks and neck gaiters are available. Again, guys, you don't have to like it, but you got to wear a mask inside of Willie B now. So why not look stylish while doing so and be wearing your garnet and black? Hey, a Beamer Ball mask sounds good to me. Corey Gardner, has there been any updates or news on who's going to start Saturday? Is it trending one way or another? Well, again, Corey, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's just been, similar to last week, there's a lot of smoke right now surrounding Zeb Nolan getting the starting nod. So if it's nothing confirmed, obviously, I don't think we'll know until kickoff, but it seems like there's a lot of people who know a lot of people who know a lot of people who know something about the quarterback conversation. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but wouldn't be shocked at this point if Zeb Nolan got the nod. So. Now, Wesley, saying I cussed you out is a little – that's a little aggressive. That's a little aggressive. So, it's a little aggressive. Let's see. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. Let's see here. Elvis Black says, Chris, before I forget, you need to bring the show and party to Carolina Ale House in Somerville, South Carolina, off exit 199 on I-26. Yeah, Somerville location. We definitely talked about it. I'll let you guys know for sure. Like I said, we have not determined the other watch parties where they're going to be, but certainly would like to get down there. Wesley, about his question. Do we have a chance at beating A&M? I think we do, especially if their quarterback's not back. But, just going to be tough. Just going to be tough. I mean, again, A&M's kind of like Georgia in the sense they're just so much more talented than you. They're just so much more talented than you. So they're so much more talented than you. That's the biggest thing. But if they don't have their quarterback, you certainly think you got a better chance than not. So again, guys, 843-790-3377. Appreciate everybody coming down to Tin Roof last night. Had a really, really good time. Appreciate the crowd that showed up. We talked with former Gamecocks offensive lineman John Strickland, guys. And in case you missed that conversation's on the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 498. Breaking down everything with the Georgia game, of course. And, of course, John giving his perspective and insight on offensive line play, beating Georgia as a player. And, of course, we do talk about the game this Saturday. Chase Elsey says, only way I see us move the ball on offense is use passing game out of the backfield, and tight ends need to make some plays. Yeah, tight ends need to be a big part of this game. They need to be a big part of this game. Trad says, what if Beamer thinks Zeb gives us the best chance to win? Yikes. I mean, dude, I trust Shane Beamer. I trust Shane Beamer. Whatever Shane Beamer feels is best for this football team, then so be it, right? So be it. I trust Shane Beamer, but yeah, I mean, as I've said before, and I'll say again, man, I just think with the skill sets, and you look at that, it's hard for me to believe that Luke Doty wouldn't give this football team the best chance to win. Let's jump back to the phone lines real quick, guys. Rob, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
Hey, man, I was wondering, what is your take? You've probably stated your opinion. I probably missed it. But what is your take on Doty in his foot situation right now? Beamer keeps saying every week, early in the week, Doty's good to go. He's just sore. Then at the end of the week, he can't go. He even said this week, I think that he's basically 100%. He's just sore and got some rust on him. It just seems strange to me. Saturday, Bennett's going to play, with that lower back strain, but Doty's foot sore and he's likely not going to play. I think Nolan is the quarterback for the long haul. What's your opinion?
Yeah, that's a great question, Rob. I appreciate the question. I appreciate the call. No, I mean, it is strange. It is a very strange ordeal that is going down right now with Luke Doty. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know things you don't know. Again, I've heard a lot of smoke on who's going to play on Saturday, and I mean, I'm sure you all have heard that as well. I don't know if Luke Doty's injury was worse than we thought, or, I felt like at least against East Carolina, I felt like what happened is it's like, you know what, if you can get Doty as much rest as possible and you feel like we should be able to beat East Carolina without him, right? We should be able to beat East Carolina without Luke Doty in the game. I get that, but going into Georgia, I don't understand it. Like, he has to be more hurt than was initially let on. Has to be. So it is strange. It's concerning. It's frustrating. All those adjectives you can think of. It's every single one I just mentioned. So, Travi, interesting hearing John say that Little Rock War Memorial Stadium was the toughest place he played. I've heard a lot of guys actually say that, believe it or not. I've heard that's a very tough place to play. Let's see. Tyler Knoll says, here's the deal. Shane and the staff needs to quit downplaying Doty's injury if it's more severe than they thought. Remember when it first came out, he was likely done for the year. Then it went to he'll be out week one, back and ready for ECU. There is no advantage to keep it quiet. The fans, and I included, just want transparency, none of which we got under the last regime. Please don't be a Muschamp. And God, I only hope Beamer doesn't like Zeb over Doty if Luke is healthy. Yeah, I mean, again, listen, I said it yesterday, and I'm cautious to say it because I don't want people to think I'm comparing, obviously, Shane Beamer to Will Muschamp and this in any way. But, I mean, I can tell you this. If this was last year or the year before, and this same exact situation we're going down, bro, fans would be crushing. And I would be crushing Will Muschamp for it. So, Trad, this is true. It's concerning. He said in his post-game presser they never discussed changing quarterbacks. Just don't want him to have the same issue Muschamp had with not changing QBs. He was also stuck with guys he trusted over skill and talent. Yeah, good point. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. As we sit here now, just 25 minutes to go here on a Thursday, September the 16th, 2021. Guys, like I said, a quick reminder, in case you missed it, podcast dropped this morning, episode 498, full breakdown of the Gamecocks game Saturday in Athens against the Georgia Bulldogs. Everything you need to know to lead you into kickoff on Saturday. Everything you need to know. Let's see. Austin Greer says Sal kind of loves their overweight graduate quarterbacks. Yeah, it's just a wacky situation, bro. I have no idea. It's crazy. It's insane. It's been insane since the jump. Guys, I literally told you the first day it came out, hey, Zeb Nolan will never play. And now, here we are. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. Eric Reese, yes, this is the new microphone. Yes, this is the new mic, the SM7B. For anybody who knows anything about mics, this is like the biggest, baddest mic you can get. The sound we are continuing to tinker with and work on. Got a lot of positive reception this morning, actually, from people reaching out saying that, hey, the mic sounds great on the podcast, which is fantastic. I appreciate you guys' feedback. I listened back to the Daily Crow yesterday. I don't know why it didn't sound quite as good as I think it should or I expected it to. So again, I'm working out the kinks in regards to, the Melon streaming platform. Sometimes it's the streaming platform itself that it doesn't capture the sound quite as good as it's supposed to. But yes, Eric, this is the new microphone. Yep, this is the new mic. So very excited. Appreciate y'all's love and support, man. Without you guys, without love and support, upgrades like this for the business would not be able to happen. So again, I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. Truly do appreciate it. Also, guys, a quick reminder, whether you want to hear me say it or not, as we all saw yesterday, of course, it hit the news, masks will be required at Williams-Brice Stadium. And if you're going to wear a mask, why not wear a mask that has some Gamecock logo on it, Beamer Ball logo, TSUS logo? Why not do that? So, TSUS.store, we've got masks, we've got neck gaiters, and everything else in between. Go check it out, TSUS.store. Wesley Hoover says, what do you do for a living outside of the show? Wesley, this is the living. I'm an entrepreneur. TSUS is my preneur. So the Spurs Up Show is a full-fledged operating business, Wesley. I've been doing it full-time since August of 2019. So we've been doing this for over 2 years full-time. So this is all I do. I mean, guys, the amount of content that I make, there's no way I could do something else. There's no way. So, yeah, TSUS is a full-fledged thing, full-time, full-fledged business, and truly a blessing. I appreciate, again, like I said, everybody who shows love and shows support, man. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much. Without you guys, TSUS wouldn't be what it is and what it is becoming. So I appreciate y'all. Robert, they need to load the box with their backs, blocking for pass plays and tight ends and receivers, blocking on run plays. It's simple. I haven't seen this happening in the first 2 games. We just need to do whatever we need to do to run the football better, bottom line. Let's see. Thomas Walker. Do remember hearing media availability. They were talking to Zeb and knew about his eligibility prior to Doty being hurt. He wasn't, of course, activated until after the injury, but the fact they were exploring the option prior to that is interesting. Yeah, I just wonder, though, does Zeb Noland ever put down a clipboard? Does Zeb Noland ever put down a clipboard if Luke Doty doesn't get hurt? I say the answer is probably no. Austin Greer says he gambles and smokes cigars full time. Yep, you got me. That's it, Austin. That's all we do. Gamble, smoke cigars, drink whiskey, and go out and party. And somehow I'm able to do a live show every day, noon to 2, but I'm out all night till 7 a.m. getting hammered and, hanging with prostitutes. And, the rumors just go on and on and on and on. So I'll let you guys run with it. Make it as crazy as you want. So, I mean, I think there's people that think I'm just out and about every night getting hammered and smoking cigars, and I'm just like a scumbag in my personal life. Like, whatever. It is what it is, bro. You do what I do. People make up the craziest rumors about you they want. There's people that say that I go to the tanning bed. There's people that say I color my beard. I mean, I've heard it all. I've heard it all, guys. I've heard it all. So, honestly, the rumors get more and more and more entertaining the bigger the business gets. So, I say it's a good sign. John Gibbs, as I asked you this a few months ago, is there any way now to get a Clem Sucks Gator Garnet and black? The white one is fire. Just curious because I'd buy all the colors. Right now, the only option they have is white. That's the only option they have right now. Wesley Hoover, I've heard you do know how to party. I do. I have a good time. Yeah, I enjoy my work. I enjoy to play as well. Sue me. I don't know. I mean, hey, Wesley, you want confirmation? Come to our tailgate at Seawells. Always a good time. The tailgate for the Kentucky game going to be legendary. Going to be stuff of legends. So going to be a really, really good time. But I've been known to throw a few back every now and then and have a good time, and that's something I will certainly not apologize for. Let's see. They hate us because they hate us. No, Austin, I was just giving you hell, man. No, it's all good. No, I just was just giving you hell. So, which is actually ironic, though, you say that, because tonight I actually got invited on a podcast called the College Football Stories Podcast. And by the way, Wesley, for the tailgate, you can DM me if you want. You don't have to, though. We will be promoting the hell out of it. We'll be promoting the hell out of it on social media. It's Seawells spots 93 to 96 is where the tailgate will be. But no, what's kind of ironic about the conversation is actually tonight I'm going on a podcast called the College Football Stories Podcast. And the point of the podcast is to reflect on old South Carolina seasons, or just old football seasons in general, but to drink while doing so. So very much so looking forward to that. Very much so. No, Sean O'Brien, I am not a nun. You are correct. Justin says, so what? Chris is Garcia's cousin and Charlie Sheen's brother. Has great merch and good shows. Hell yeah, sign me up. Brayson Haney, score prediction, Georgia 34, Carolina 13. Obviously hoping for better. Got to have lights out defense and special teams in order to play it close. That's possible for certain. That's possible. I think the defense could show you good things on Saturday. Like I said, run the football. Run the football. That's the biggest thing I want to see. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines real quick. And I guess that was a spam because it just hung up. Okay, anyways, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. We got a text here. If Beck starts for Georgia and Nolan starts for SC, then I think 38-7 Georgia for a final score, maybe sloppy on both sides early. If we play like we did against ECU, Georgia will capitalize on every one of our mistakes. Regardless of score, I would like to see us play better on the line of scrimmage. If our quarterback gets 2 sacks or less, then our O-line will have had success. Georgia's D-line is really that legit. I agree. 110%. Yep, I agree with everything you said there. Robbie Davis just wanted to say go Gamecocks, to heck with Georgia. Go Georgia Tech. He says Georgia 35, South Carolina 14. Luke RJ, Zeb can still scramble a little bit. He's not Doty, but most of our quarterbacks can still make some plays with their legs. We may not win. Hopefully the offense will look better, even since Georgia's so good. Yeah, I mean, can he get outside the pocket? Is he more mobile than Colin Hill? Yeah, I mean, everybody in this chat's more mobile than Colin Hill. With that being said, got to get creative offensively, I guess. Got to get creative offensively. Josh Brady with Georgia down at QB3. How do you see that impacting the game? Well, who knows who's going to play for Georgia? I don't know if it's going to be Bennett. I don't know if it's going to be Beck. Does JT Daniels somehow come back? I have no idea. But I think no matter who's at quarterback, Georgia's probably got enough. They've probably got enough surrounding the quarterback. John Gibbs, it was the biggest game you've ever been to that we won and gave you the best feeling. The Bama game, hands down, was mine in the student section. Never heard Willie be that loud. Couldn't imagine if that game had been at night. Well, I wasn't at the Bama game because I was playing baseball at Newberry, and we had a scrimmage that day, believe it or not. I was actually in the bullpen keeping up with that game on my phone. Crazy. Probably 2013 Clemson or 2014 Georgia. Those are my two favorite games of all time. Those are incredible. Taylor Novinger, if the Gamecocks win Saturday, will you shave your beard? No. Again, that's a punishment. That's not something you do in celebration. I will continue to let my hair grow. That's for certain. I will continue to let my hair grow, no doubt. Will I shave my beard? No. Wesley Hoover says, I did play quarterback at Spring Valley when we couldn't win a game because of all the screens we ran. Gotta love it. Yeah, I went to North Augusta, so I went to North Augusta for sure. Again, guys, got about 15 minutes left. Got about 15 minutes left. 843-790-3377. Warren Holiday, how will you celebrate a W? Probably like I did in 2019. Champagne, cigars, having a good old time. Most certainly. Carolina Ale House will be going crazy. I can assure you that. Which, by the way, guys, quick reminder. Carolina Ale House in Harbison, watch party this Saturday for the Gamecocks game against Georgia. If you're in the Columbia area, come on out. Would love to have you. Harbison location. Kickoff at 7. Yours truly will be there around a 5 or 5:30. Yeah, going to be a good time. Going to be a really good time. Would love to have you guys come out, hang with some Gamecocks, party with some Cola Gamecocks, some local Gamecocks, whatever it is. Going to have a really, really, really good time. Yeah, Dylan Prothman, class of 09, North Augusta. That's yours truly. Class of 09, North Augusta. Let's see. Courtney Washington says, Chris, that's my side of town. Yep, we'll be Harbison location, Carolina Ale House, Saturday night. Kickoff at 7. Like I said, I'll be there around 5 o'clock. So going to have some dinner, hang up the flags, watch the game. I'm actually going out there today to kind of plan everything for Saturday. So it's going to be a really good time. Let me know if you're going to show up, by the way. Let me know if you guys are planning on coming down. Would love to see you all. Would love to meet you all. Going to be a really, really, really good time. Going to be a really good time. I'm looking forward to it. Courtney Washington says, I used to work at the Rushes when I was in high school. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Wesley Hoover says he'll be there. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Matt Land. Yeah. Carolina Ale House. Yes. Harbison location. Going to be a really, really good time. Yeah. Seems like a good bit of Gamecock fans are going to Athens. God bless you. God bless you. I mean, I'll be honest. I'd be going as well. If we weren't having the watch party, I'd be going as well. Like I said, I mean, I hope you guys see another big upset. Another 2019 all over again, man. I hope and pray that happens. So, Joseph, if we can somehow manage to scrap 14 points through offense, defense, or special teams, I can see Georgia scoring around 24-35. That wouldn't be too bad of a loss. Remember, one busted coverage can lead to 7. No doubt. We'll see. I'd take a 35-24 loss or 30. I'd take a 24-14 loss right now. Greg Bedinger is my favorite game. Florida State 84. We were 9-0 afterwards. Yeah, an incredible game. Legendary game. No question. Let's see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. A quick reminder, the podcast did drop this morning, episode 498, talking all things Gamecocks and dogs. Also, John Strickland, former Gamecocks offensive lineman, did join me at Tin Roof last night, and we've redistributed that conversation on the podcast. Wesley Hoover says a 28-24 Carolina win. Again, Wesley, from your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears. Austin Greer, if we beat Georgia, what are we going to be ranked, in your opinion? Probably like 20th, 18th, something like that. So, yeah. We'll be ranked. It's for certain. We'll be ranked. We will be ranked, no doubt. If we beat Georgia, guys, I will show up here on Monday on the Daily Crow, and I will gladly eat crow. Gladly. So I have no issues in doing that. None. I prefer that. Folks. I definitely, most certainly prefer that. So let's make it happen. Why not? Luke RJ. Let's hope the third-string quarterback plays horrible and has 3 picks and a couple of fumbles. Yeah, I mean, if Georgia plays their best game, guys, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, if Georgia plays their A game, doesn't matter what South Carolina does. You have to hope and pray that the Dogs have an off night. Just like 2019, guys. Let's just call it for what it is. I'm not saying Georgia gave you the game. You went out there and won it. Don't get me wrong. But Georgia did not play their best football game. Like, you look back at that season, that was an 11-win Georgia team. And that was a bad Gamecock team. That was a bad Gamecock team. 4-8. And you found a way to win. So Billy says Georgia 42, South Carolina 3. Carter Bingham says we are not scoring a touchdown. Heath Hagler, besides Jake Bentley, who was the last South Carolina quarterback to start 2 seasons back-to-back? That's a great point. Wesley Hoover, I think I need an apology if we win for you going off of me. Wesley, I apologize now, my man. Sorry, you just caught the end of it. So it's all good, man. It's nothing but love. The beauty's in the banter. I really wasn't even just speaking to you. I was just speaking generically, like just a point overall. That's nothing personal. That's the beauty of this show and the beauty of what we do, guys. It's never personal. It's just banter. It's never personal. So buy you a few beers Saturday. Joseph, we actually had 4 turnovers in 2019. Don't forget the fumble in the red zone. Yeah, good point. Daddy O says, if Georgia plays their grad assistants, we might have a chance. Yeah, we're playing a grad assistant. They've got to play a grad assistant. It's only fair. Yep, it's only fair. It's only fair, guys. We'll put our grad assistant against your grad assistant. Let's see. We do have a text. What happens to UGA's ranking if we play them close? What happens to UGA's ranking if we beat them? If we play them close, I don't think Georgia, they may drop a spot. I mean, if we beat them, Georgia probably drops like 10th, 12th, something like that. So, Heath Hagler just saying we will never be an SEC contender with a super senior FCS quarterback every single year. I agree with you 110%, my guy. Robbie Davis says, what do you think the odds are that we somehow have more rushing yards than against Georgia than Clemson had? Clemson had 2 rushing yards. So, guys, I think it's pretty safe to say we will have more rushing yards than Clemson did. Let there be slam. Where do you think we'd be right now if we hired Tom Herman instead of Muschamp? Bro, if you can't win at Texas, you can't win at Carolina. So we'd probably be in the same exact spot. Ryan Cawthon, if South Carolina finds a way to win, Uncle Lou will lose his mind, and we'd all love to see that. Joseph, Beamer's, tonight, Carolina Calls with Shane Beamer, 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 is when Carolina Calls will take place. So 7 to 8 is when Carolina Calls will take place. 7 to 8. Let's see. Again, guys, less than 10 minutes to go here on a Thursday, taking your questions or comments or calls. Like I said, guys, and I said this last night at 10 Roof, and I'll probably say it on the podcast. You guys all understand the drill. You get it. You understand the content, what the perspective in which I come from. But, I don't want to be the guy that is just preaching all week. Don't have hope, don't have optimism. That's certainly not what I'm saying, right? I don't want to spend all week, killing people's hopes and dreams regarding their football team and their favorite team and what their team can do this Saturday. But again, I think it's healthy to go into this game understanding just how much of a mountain it is to climb for South Carolina in this football game. Just understanding the task at hand. I think that's very healthy, actually, for South Carolina. So, again, I'm not telling you don't go into this game with positivity. Don't go into it with optimism. Don't go into it without – I'm not telling you to go into the game without hope. But understand, like, if we get beat on Saturday, you know, I know fans, and I know Panic Ritter is, and I'm not calling Ritter out, but I'm making the point because Ritter's done this a lot. Fans want to blame something or someone. I think the biggest thing is this. Fans just want things to make sense. So if South Carolina loses on Saturday, they want to blame the coach. They want to blame the quarterback. They want to blame this, the coordinator. They want to blame that. Sometimes, guys, their players are just better than your players. If you lose to Georgia Saturday, guys, it's not Beamer's fault. It's not the coordinator's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. Georgia's 22 are just better than your 22. And I think that's hard for fans to really grasp and accept. It's just hard for them to grasp and accept. And I get it, but if the game goes how most of us think it's going to go, again, it's just you tip your cap. They're just better than you. They're just better than you right now. That's it. It's not, you know, it's not an indictment on your program or what's currently going down with the new coaching staff and new culture, but they're just better than you. They're just better than you. That's it. So. Matthew Jones, you just give hope. You give hope just with the reality mixed in. Yeah, I mean, I think that's healthy again. I think that's healthy. Tyler Noel says Georgia wins by 24 if Luke plays. They win by 40 if Zeb plays, which is looking like Zeb is going to play. I mean, I think certainly your odds of winning shrink if Zeb Noland is indeed the option on Saturday. There's just no question in my mind. Yeah, there's no question. Brayson Haney, other than Luke Doty starting and running the ball, what is the wrinkle in the offense that we need to see? I think more in the screen game, wide receiver screens, halfback screens. You know, is there something you can do down the field? I don't know. I don't know. Because, again, Georgia's going to – I'd expect they're going to load the box to stop the run. And so, guys, it's all about can your receivers win a matchup on the outside? Can they go man-to-man and win a matchup? And I don't know that they can. I don't know. Are you guys good enough to win those matchups? I don't know. Austin Greer, crazy to see how much Debo and Brian Edwards have developed after leaving SC. Yeah, it's almost like the coaching staff sucked. Joseph, let's hope Beamer can take something away from this game, like what it will take to win the East. He will take with him into the future and could be huge. We got to remember Beamer is new to this too. Yeah, this is his first ever SEC game as a head coach. So kind of an interesting storyline that's sort of been swept under the rug. Yeah, Trip USC, the Rowdy Roosters t-shirt. Yes, love the Rowdy Roosters merch. Let's see. Thomas Walker, Georgia wins by 20 if our running game looks halfway decent. They win by 40 if our running game looks like last weekend, quarterback aside. Yeah, you got to be able to run the football. It all starts with the offensive line. There's no question in my mind. All starts with the offensive line. So, yep, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely, 110%. 110%. Got just a couple more minutes, guys. Like I said, quick reminder, episode 498 of the podcast did drop this morning. Full breakdown on the Georgia game, key matchups, keys to the game, all of that good stuff. Everything you need to know regarding this game against the Georgia Bulldogs this weekend. Also, great conversation, great interview with John Strickland. We reflect on, that's a guy who knows a thing or two about beating the Georgia Bulldogs and playing between the hedges and winning between the hedges, by the way. Also, his full take on the offensive line, which I thought was very enlightening. And we discussed the game this weekend. So, again, I think offensively, guys, I talked about on today's show, key matchups, keys to the game. I think you've got to control the clock. You've got to force turnovers. Beamer ball has to be a major part of this game. Special teams, some weird things. Some weird things have to happen. Luke RJ, when was the last time a top 5 team lost to an unranked team? Well, I mean, certainly we did it. 2019. I don't know if there's been one since, but if that's a trick question, Luke RJ, and you just wanted me to say it, yeah. Brian Deal, cold take. I think our O-line plays better this week. We've historically struggled versus undersized D-lines. And that's such a Gamecock thing. I almost feel the same way, Brian. I feel like it's just so us to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? I would not be shocked if we had success running the football. Chad Smith, are you cool with the Gamecocks intro guys? Yeah, those guys do an incredible job. Yeah, absolutely. They actually follow us, and we follow them. So, yeah, I mean, we're definitely cool with the Gamecock Central guys. They do a fantastic job, no question. JT Money, need to get 2 spoons of the podcast. I actually did last fall. Had DJ Swearinger on the show. So, yeah, check that out. One of the all-time interviews I've ever had, one of the all-time guests I've ever had on the air. Luke RJ, yes, in 2019, Georgia was ranked 3rd in the country. So, yeah, like I said, guys, I view it as the greatest upset in school history in my mind. I mean, I can't think of one that was better. And again, some people say, well, what about 2010 Bama? Guys, you were ranked. I'm just talking about like the most improbable best upset of all time, I think, was that 2019 Georgia game. So can you do it again this Saturday? That's yet to be determined. All right, guys, going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Very successful Thursday, this Thursday, September the 16th. Guys, like I said, a quick reminder, check out the podcast if you have not done so. Episode 498, breaking down everything with the Georgia game this Saturday, as well as with great conversation on there with former Gamecocks offensive lineman John Strickland. Again, guys, stay tuned to all the content, of course, podcast, Daily Crow tomorrow, and then Watch Party Saturday, Carolina Ale House in Harbison in Columbia, South Carolina. Guys, would love to see you all out there. Let me know if you're going to come. Let me know if you're going to stop by the way. All right, we're going to go and wrap it up, guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Appreciate you all tuning in, and we will